Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arkayodya Febrianto. I am from SMP Negeri 19 Surabaya. And today I would like to share my speech on the topic of pro-life versus pro-choice. Not many issues are more heated than the topic of abortion. A huge problem in this world today when navigating through opposing views on any topic is that how often one side labels the other as having poor or even evil intentions. But the reality is that most people have pure intentions for what they think is the kindest and helpful, and in this case, what is more aggressive towards the equality of human rights. They are just thinking with a different lens. Pro-life advocates believe the inherent value and human rights of the unborn. Pro-choice advocates believe women should have the right to continue or not, and that banning abortion takes away bodily autonomy. In a way, both have somewhat pure intentions, yet we must understand why the other side thinks the way they do. If we at least try to understand how they got to their viewpoint. And understanding brings people together. Understanding creates empathy and openness. I value diversity of thought, and truly opposing views are my favorite type of conversations. Pro-choice advocates emphasizes a woman's right to bodily autonomy, the right for a person or a woman to govern what happens to their own body without external influence, as it is their own body. They believe they can do anything they want to their own body. Some argue abortion as a perfect solution for women who were raped and are forced to carry their rapers' babies. However, I think women should not see abortion as a solution to this problem. Here's why. When a woman is raped, that is a horrible injustice against her. The raper should be held to the fullest, to the extent of the law. The woman would need healing and support from her community, but an abortion does not unbreak a woman. An abortion just adds even more violence on top of that first violence that she endured. And you look at the stories about women who were conceived in rape, and they say, should I have received the death penalty for the crimes of my father? I mean, if your father did something bad, something terrible in their life, should you deserve the penalty? That's not fair. I mean, all this comes down to this question. What is life in the womb? Is it a human life? Is it a life? Biology says it's a life. We should recognize the human rights for a whole group of people we denied rights for. And then we are dismembering them, we are poisoning them, or even ripping them apart. And keep in mind, they have beating hearts at 5 weeks. If you really are pro-choice, are you giving this baby, this human life, any choice at all before you kill them for your own benefit? Pro-life advocates consider life in the womb to be human life, so they believe that they also deserve basic human rights. According to Article 3 from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations, everyone has the right to live, liberty, and security of person. We are refusing to give this group of people, these human lives, the right to live. Now, as an important step in becoming a doctor, medical students must take the Hippocratic Oath. And within that oath, one of the promises is, I will give no deadly medicine to anyone if asked, nor suggest any such counsel. And in like manner, I will not give a woman pessary to produce abortion. And with purity and holiness, I will pass my life and practice my art. An Indonesian adaptation of this oath is called the Sumpah Dokter, which medical students must also take, which also states, I will respect every human life from the moment of conception. My opinion on this matter is that pro-choice advocates are rejecting basic human rights for this group of people they consider non-human life. Sure, they could argue that they could do anything they want in that situation, where they would want an abortion or not, and I agree that my opinion will only matter to me, as your opinion would too, but not until someone else's rights are involved in this. Someone else's rights, a human's life rights, are involved in this. So which side do you agree on? Both have somewhat pure intentions. And should we respect the life in the womb as human life? Should be given human rights? Or does banning abortion take away bodily autonomy? That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.